Now, The Order 1886 was an early PlayStation 4 exclusive game. It was third party, kind of a, I'm sorry, not third party, third person cover based shooter. Kind of, I mean, that was a good part of it. And then you also had a lot of story elements. It was very story driven. Kind of suffered from one fatal flaw. The game was about 6 hours long.
Ooh.
Some people were clearing it in 4 hours. And, you know, I have some games that are that long from as recent as the PlayStation era. I was playing Mega Man Legends before. I love the game. I just wish it wasn't 6 hours long because that stinks. Like, there could be so much more in the game. So if I felt that way about a game that is, 20 years old now, I'm sure back in 2014 people warned me about paying full retail price.
And this was a disc, right?
This was a disc. $60, and that's all you get. You got a 6-hour experience that open-ended ending to it.
I mean, that's like Steam level length. Some Steam games, like a good Steam game, almost.
Yeah, but I mean, how much would that be on Steam?
Exactly.
That wouldn't be $60.
That's what. Yeah.
So, yeah, you gotta. I just these and the thing is like, okay, yes, I understand they were trying to start a franchise.
But either make it longer or make it cheaper.
You cannot ask for full retail price of a game that's only 6 hours long. That's like charging people $10 an hour of gameplay.
Yeah, and once you're done with it, how much other stuff do you even get to do?
Nothing. There's like no replay value to it either.
Then yeah. No.
So, the reason why we're bringing this up is, of course, the creative director. I will probably butcher his name. Ru Wirasuriya.
Whoa, bless you.
told Game Informer that the IP has a future. That The Order 1886 has a future. And apparently, when he was asked about it, he said, the best way to answer that without giving anything, how can I say this? Is there a future? Yeah, he has a future. It's definitely built in that IP. That future is already something that was built from the very get-go, from the first day we started working on it. As you know, since you played the game, and for the ones who played out there, there is a larger storyline. There is a macro story that keeps going. It's an IP that is actually bigger than the storylines. So there are legs to this IP, definitely. So, and I mean, that was pretty obvious. If you played the game ends on a cliffhanger, no less. And, you know, you basically have to wait for the sequel to see how things pick up. And I'm okay with them doing that, like you said.
They should just hire some more writers so they can maybe make the story a little longer.
Yeah, just like exactly like, and the game is beautiful, by the way.
Wait, who made it?
Ready at Dawn.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard of them.
And yeah, they've done some other stuff for Sony before, a lot on the PSP. They have a pretty good rapport. It's just when they made this game, people were expecting more than a 6-hour romp through Victorian London. And
was it pretty hyped up?
It was very hyped up. It was like the first. This was the first game that was shown like before PS4 even launched, and like they were like, "Oh, this is all in-game footage," and I was like, "Whoa, that looks amazing!" And then it launched, and people were disappointed.
No Man's Sky. Anyways,
well, the difference with that is No Man's Sky was done by an indie developer,
but it was still very, very inflated.
Yes, very much so. Overhyped. And the thing is, you honestly, if you're going to make a AAA game, even one that you want to continue into the future, You just can't do that to gamers. You can't say, hey, here's a game, $60, please. I don't care how good it looks. I really don't. But yeah, that's, even though it's like, duh, we knew it had a future because you left it open-ended. You didn't give us a whole story. And now you want gamers to give you more money for another 6-hour adventure. You better be planning something more than that. Like, pre-orders this and is expecting something longer, and they haven't gotten it confirmed by Ready at Dawn or by Sony. I don't feel sorry for you, because this is what they gave us last time.
Yeah, wait and find out if they don't announce it before.
Yeah, please start waiting on pre-orders, guys. Please. Every time, we'll talk a little bit later about pre-orders and how that affects developers too. So you talk by what you pre-order and what you don't pre-order. By pre-ordering something, you're basically saying, I have faith that this is going to be a good product. If we keep pre-ordering, we keep telling the developers that we have faith in them. But if they do something like this, where they are giving us a game that's arguably incomplete, then we have no one else, because we keep shelling out the cash.
Supply and demand.
Yeah. So just hold your horses on this one, please. Let's not buy into the hype train just yet.
Yeah.